Ready?
So let's go.
Let's go.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's Andy Elliott. Check this out. This is going to be role playing with Sean and Mike, part 2. This one, I'm going to try to move a little faster. Last one I realized I didn't have my shirt tucked in. Tucked in now. We're gold. We're shooting these all together, and these 5 objections right here, they're going to be good ones. You're going to love it. And how I'm going to do it this time, instead of having him serve it and him serve it back to him, I'm just going to say, Mike, here's yours. And guess what? Mike's going to have to overcome that. I'm going to play the customer. Okay? And then I'll just send these 5 to you guys. Getting great at role playing is where it starts. Everything you want in life is right on the other side of being uncomfortable. If you want to become the best, you have to do what these guys are doing right now. And I mean that. Let me tell you this. There's a lot of people right now, before we get into this, with this coronavirus going on and everything, that should be sitting with $20, $30, $40, $50,000 cash in the bank, but they don't. They're broke and they're struggling now and they're wishing now, right, that they had the means to carry through this tough time. Let me explain this to you. Training will put money and big money in the bank. If you don't train, you'll never be able to make it through times like this. I want to share with you. Now's the time. This is a free video. Guys, give these guys a thumbs up. Let them know this is Mike over here. This is Sean. Who do you think's crushing it, okay? All right? All right, let's roll. We'll start out with Mike, okay?
All right.
Mike. And we're going to treat this as a couple here, okay? So
let's go.
on this one.
Let's go.
So Mike, I'm over here with,
All right.
with her, okay?
Okay.
Mike, this is a negotiation. The numbers are on the table. I want to make sure you're not taking care of my girlfriend. I want to make sure you're not taking advantage of my girlfriend.
Okay.
I'm a third party. You know, a third party. Everybody knows I'm a third party, right? Who am I? I'm the boyfriend.
Coming in to save the day.
Okay?
So
All right, well, Mike, I want to make sure you're not taking advantage of my girlfriend.
Andy, I completely understand. I have a girlfriend too, and I wouldn't want anyone to take advantage of anyone. You know, so what we do here at our stores, we do what's called market-based pricing.
I don't think the price is too high.
Okay, so then can you tell me what you mean by taking advantage of then?
So make sure you're not taking advantage of her. We may need to look around a little bit.
In this, something has to be wrong with the price or the payment or the terms? Or?
I don't know that anything's wrong with the deal. I guess we won't know until we kind of maybe look around a little more.
Okay, so we could get on the computer right now. I'm gonna get you on Car Gurus because they're really great at measuring the price of the vehicle.
Okay, hold on.
Everything else.
Hold on. Let me switch. I'm going to come at you for just a second.
Okay.
Okay? Hold on. Now, what did I say? I want to make sure you're not taking advantage of my girlfriend. It's really simple. Okay? Do third parties chime in all the time?
Third baseman's kill a deal.
Third baseman's is what this is about.
Yeah.
All right? Sean, I want to make sure you're not taking advantage of my girlfriend here.
Okay, Andy. As I told your lovely girlfriend, Mike, when we first got started, that we are we did put a lot of time and effort into pricing of our vehicles.
I don't think the price is too high.
Okay. So what we're gonna do then is make sure that she's satisfied with the terms, the car, she loves the vehicle, and then check with you to make sure that you feel that she's getting a great price and she loves the vehicle, and then both of you can maybe talk about it to make sure that it's the right decision for her.
Okay,
How's
all
it
right.
feeling?
All right, so I hate to chime in here, but I want to say this. I'm going to say this. Did I say, both of you guys went straight to price. Now I want to tell you this. I'm a third party coming in. Do you want to educate me on the deal, or do you want to remove me from the deal?
Educate you.
Do you? Do you want to go take me to your computer and show me Car Gurus? Do you really want to do that? How do you, look, you can't always be the best price.
No, I know we're not. But like I know from the price profiles that the Car Guru is gonna show us with a green arrow. We're gonna show a good deal or a great deal. So I know that.
Okay. What if it's not a great deal?
Then I've said anything fair and above is good. If it's poor, then then we
What
have
if it
nothing.
is poor though? What if a dealership owns
Then
this
I
car?
wouldn't have gone to that because I would already checked that before you even came in. Because I always do.
So here's what I would like to do. Let's stay away from computers for a second.
Mm-hmm.
What is the objection? The objection is I want to make sure you're not taking advantage of my girlfriend.
Now, to me, like taking advantage is taking advantage of
financially,
paying too much.
Paying too much. It could really mean
So
anything.
there's a lot of stuff.
Well, what is my perception of what taking advantage of? It could be different than your perception.
Yes.
Am I right?
And I asked you, what do you mean by that? And you didn't give me a straight answer. You just
Right.
went back to the same question.
Exactly. So do you know what that means? That means it's somebody trying to put their 2 cents in.
Mm-hmm.
What do third basemen most likely do? Put their 2 cents in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are we wanting this person to put his 2 cents in? No. So what will I do? I'll say, okay, so watch. So tell me, I want to make sure I'm taking advantage of my girlfriend.
So, what do you mean by
No,
taking advantage?
You said to me, I want to make sure, Andy, that you're not taking advantage of my girlfriend. And I'll say, Mike, my bad. I apologize. This is completely my fault. I wasn't
Okay.
aware
Okay.
that she had somebody helping her with her financial responsibilities.
Got it.
Mike, are you going to be participating in the monthly payment, the down payment, or both?
None of it.
No, so nothing at all. I'm just
So
here.
she will be paying for this all on her own.
I'm just helping her out.
So for the first time, watch what happens. She realizes that he can make an opinion, but what will it be? Just an opinion. Why? Because is he going to be participating in the monthly payment, the down payment, or both? Nada.
It's her choice.
Listen, if he's a good boyfriend, now watch. Mike, now, oh, I apologize. Mike, I wasn't aware that she had anybody helping her with her financial responsibilities. That's my fault. Now, are you going to be participating in the monthly payment, the down payment, or both? I'll help her with the payment. Beautiful. Now we're in. Now this becomes this.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And I apologize, Mike, that's my fault. When you said that taking advantage of, right? I would like to ask, is it something here or is it something just in the dealership presence? Maybe I would be able to isolate that now and then overcome. But anytime a third baseman joins in, you don't have to be disrespectful. You can just say, my bad, this is my fault. I wasn't aware that Sean had somebody helping him with his financial responsibilities, Grandpa. Grandpa, are you going to be helping with the monthly payment, the down payment, or both? Neither. So he is going to be paying for it all on his own. Okay, what happens? Did I say anything disrespectful to you? No. But you step over here now, and now he realizes that he's going to be the only one paying for it. So no one else is going to help you pay for this. That is how I handle it, and I've handled it that way for many years. It's never got me in trouble, and the deal is that I don't get off topic. Off topic could be me talking about a price, and then now me and this guy who has nothing to do with the deal, he's not going to help pay him for it. He's not going to do anything. I don't need to argue with the third baseman.
Yeah.
Because his opinion doesn't matter, and this is the buying funnel. Right now, me and the buyer. Now, the fact that you're here, watch, I may compliment you. I may say, well, first of all, number one, I'm glad that you're here. I usually don't have many customers that have someone here to help them, okay? So number one, I want to tell you that I appreciate you, and I mean it, you should be grateful that he's here because most people don't have somebody here for moral support. Okay, but this may have been my fault. I wasn't aware that he had somebody helping him with the financial responsibilities of the vehicle. Are you going to be helping with the monthly payment, the down payment, or both? Now that I've complimented, and then now that I've said that, guess what? What does it do? It allows you to step out. So maybe we compliment, and then we serve it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Just an idea, okay? I just don't like to get off topic. I'm always a good listener. So take advantage of means what? You must be being part of the deal.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, you're not a part of the deal. Okay. Now you step out, and guess what? We finish. Okay? So that was just my 2 cents, right?
Sounds good.
I wasn't aware that you had anybody helping you with your with this person's financial responsibilities. And then, are you going to be making the monthly payment, the down payment, or both?
And that's
Go back
great.
up.
You're not going to offend the boyfriend. We see it a lot with it. Let's say your sales manager comes across, or the manager comes across and goes, "Oh, are you helping with the payment?" Well, that would defend me.
Yeah, and that's why I say in the beginning, this is my fault. I wasn't aware.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Very smooth
And I say the word
comes across
financial
fine. Yeah.
responsibilities, it makes me sound like I'm a professional, right?
I like that.
Okay. All right. So cool. So let's your turn, Mike. Sean, my bad.
Let's do it.
Sean, my other half isn't with me. The deal's on the table. I like it. I thought I could make a decision on my own, but now I'm like, man, you know what? Let me go home and talk to my wife about it, and we'll get back with you tomorrow. My other half isn't with me.
Okay. All right, and so the other half isn't with you. Can't make a decision. You're saying that you don't want to make a decision with her. The figures that you see here, the payment, the car, the down payment, everything works for you, right?
I think it does. I just need
Okay.
to really talk it over with her. When I spoke with her over the phone, she sounded a little unsure.
Okay. How long have you been married, Eddie?
20 years.
20 years.
Mhm.
20 years. That's a long time. Congratulations. I've been married for about 18 years myself, so I understand what it's like to make that decision. Let me ask you this. Have you ever made a decision without your wife being present?
No.
No, never. No. The next question I have for you then, is this something that you really want?
Sure.
And if it's something that you really want, do you think your wife would come and say no to something that you really want? Or do you feel that it would be okay to make a decision moving forward without your wife, knowing that she would back a decision about a product or a car or this vehicle that you really want?
No, I think that, when I talked to her on the phone, she sounded a little hesitant.
Okay.
I'm sure you understand that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hesitant to, because she doesn't know all the figures or what's going
Maybe
on.
to speak about it a little more together.
Okay. All right. How about we take the vehicle and the figures to her?
Okay. All right.
All right.
Hold on. I didn't want to go to you, Mike, but do you have anything you want to add?
Like I would have gone to that much sooner. I was looking at the.
We'll just go to it. I'm here.
So I would have just said hey Sean, I would have like we could do one or two things. And I understand this. Like I would be kind of hesitant too if my wife wasn't here. We could do one or two things. We could go together, or I could give you a borrow car agreement unless you have a car for 2 or 3 hours, and you can take the terms and paperwork over to her and take a look at it. And I'm allowed to give you like up to 3 hours to take this vehicle home, and because she's not seeing this vehicle, so she's not as excited about it because it's not here. She didn't drive it. She didn't feel it. She touched it, smell it. She needs to look at it, man. You gotta get her looking at this thing. We need to get. So what I want you to do is like one way or the other. We can go over together, or you can go with it yourself with your papers.
Okay, so what we're doing is this. We're offering a lot of solutions here, right? And what are the solutions that we're offering supposed to be handling?
The objection.
An objection. And what is the objection?
That he doesn't have his partner with him. So she
How about
wants to
this?
be able to. He doesn't want to make a decision without her.
Watch
so.
this question. Sean, does your wife know? Did she know that you were coming to the dealership?
Yes. Yeah.
So she'll let you come to a dealership on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Oh yeah.
And I bet if the deal was right, she would have let you purchase it on your own.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
When you talked to her, what was it that she was skeptical about?
Getting into debt.
Sean, but she let you come to the dealership knowing that you would get into debt. But it would have to be the right kind of debt, which means the right debt's the right deal.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Yeah.
So, Sean, what part of the deal?
She's
Did
worried
she
about
say?
the payment.
There we go. I just would like to tell everybody right now, my other half isn't with me, is something that I start out by asking this question. Did your wife know you were coming to the dealership? Did your husband know? Listen, will a husband let a wife come to the dealership? No. Do wives let husbands come to the dealership? No.
No.
They let them come to the dealership when they are allowed to make choices on their own, as long as they follow the guidelines and the stipulations of that conversation they had at the kitchen table together, right or wrong.
Yeah. That's good, man. Yeah.
So what's happened is we're trying to overcome something, and by dehorsing them in a vehicle and stuff like that, instead of just handling the true objection, which was hidden behind my other half isn't with me.
Mm-hmm.
So my other half isn't with me is just it's a bluff. It's a stall. You know what I'm saying? It's like I need to think about it. Like it really doesn't mean anything.
Not the true objection.
Okay, the true objection was this. Did your wife know that you were coming to the dealership? Now, had he said, no, my wife didn't know I was coming to the dealership, I might be like, okay, all right. Now you may go into a dehorse, right? Now you may go into, have you and her spoke before?
Yeah.
Right, about you looking for a vehicle. Okay, cool. So you've spoke about it. She just didn't know you're here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to talk about it, okay? Because everything's about where it's at. But when I ask the question, does your wife or your husband know that you were coming to the dealership? If they say yes, that means I guarantee there was some form of an agreement that if there was a deal, right, that was unpassable, there might be an exception to say yes. Okay? That's just my opinion, man. Okay?
I love it.
All right, we're gonna run this next one. Mike, this is yours.
Goodness, you're getting up. Okay. Goodness.
Dude, this is good stuff, bro.
This is good.
Your managers don't handle this in the class. Let me tell you why. Because it's tough. These are tough objections, okay? But by the way, when I fly out and go to dealerships every week and I go and help them close deals on the floor, this is the same way that I handle it. So if Mike had a customer and I went in, this is how I would handle it on the floor. And guess what? If you have bulletproof confidence, if you handle your words right, if you do it with conviction, if you have believability, and guess what? You have empathy, emotion, buyer management, a great state, smile in my eyes, smile here. Man, it just all works, okay? All right, so let's do this. Mike, this is you, right? Wait, is this Sean?
No,
Mike.
I come up now.
All right, Mike, it's your turn. We got 3 more, guys.
Go.
I want your, okay, so listen. I'm on the lot, okay? I'm on the lot.
Okay.
And you're showing me a couple cars.
Okay.
And I like them. And I'm like, okay. All right, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I like these 3 cars. I want your best price on all 3 of these cars before I buy or before I drive.
No problem. We're going to give you our best price, but we got to figure out which one you really want. We're going to be. We have.
Yeah, we're not. So I'm really not wanting to waste any time. If you could just give me the best price on all 3 of these, that would be great.
Okay, so
I'm a difficult customer.
Sean, I need to ask you a couple more questions. Like we're on like 3 separate vehicles here, and 2 of them don't relate to each other very well.
But I like what I like.
Okay, but what is your what are you looking for
Best
to
price on
accomplish
all
today?
3 of these?
What are you trying to accomplish today?
Best price on all 3 of these.
Okay, your best price, but you're not asking me about like how much horsepower, you're looking for a V6 4-cylinder,
I
you
don't
got a
care about
4-cylinder
that.
and a V6 out there.
I just care about money.
Fuel economy, your warranty, like you have different ages and mileages of vehicles here. So I'm going to give you our best price because we do market-based pricing on every one of our vehicles. But if I can't isolate you down to a vehicle, that's
I don't want to be isolated then.
Well, I need to know something that's
Anybody feel friction? Anybody feel this going on?
but I have to. I'm
Mikey.
going to give you our best
Listen,
price.
Mikey,
I'm going to give you our best
who's
price.
the customer?
You are.
How do you keep friction away from me and you?
By not get competition.
Don't get combative.
Yeah.
Because I'm not giving you the answers that you want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get worked up. It's not worth it. Remember, it's the salesman's job not to get emotional. It's the customer's job to stay emotional. Okay, hold on. I'm going to flip it for a second, okay? I purposely am not giving you the answers you want. You know why? Because I want to see what happens when you're under pressure. Watch this. You can go in your driveway right now, okay? No one around, and I'm going to tell you, I suck at basketball. But I can probably make 3 or 4 3-pointers out of 10 shots. Okay? That's how I feel. You get in my face and start trying to slap the ball out of my hand while I'm hitting it, I may not make none. You know why? Because I don't practice shooting baskets under pressure. Sometimes when we do role play, I'm going to get in your face like this, and you're not going to like it. And we have customers out there that get in our face like this. So when we're role playing, sometimes I gotta get a little messy with you guys.
Another one I've always used all the time, our best price is our asking price. We market-based price
I don't
all our
work at
vehicles.
asking price.
Well then,
Looks like I'm at the wrong place.
okay, then we need to sit, maybe I can give you a little more information.
I don't.
I want to show you.
If your information is better, is your best price, that's what I asked.
Okay, so then what do you like to pay for it then?
Now you just want to ask that, I'll give you $10.
Okay.
Because if you're gonna ask a
Let's
question
sit
like that,
down.
be
Well, let's sit
prepared.
down and write it up then. Come on inside.
No.
Okay, but then, you're going back
Here's
to.
the deal, watch this. You can say that, right?
Okay.
Watch this. There's a better way to handle this. Let's just slow down and see what old Mr. Pollard has to say
That's
over
a
here.
good one, man. That's a tough
Sean,
one.
anything
All right.
you want to add here? What is your best price on all 3 of these cars?
Have we driven them?
No.
Just
I'm not
going
going
to
to drive them. I'm not going to drive them until I know your
got
best
these 2
price.
cars picked out.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, you showed them to me. You landed me on one, but I'm like, hey, you know what? I want to know the best price on all 3 of these before I drive.
Okay. All right, and perfect. Well, I'm glad you asked about the best price. That allows me to explain a little bit about our dealership up front. We're critical in all the major areas that our customers are looking for: price, most important to you, trade, down payment, monthly payment, the reconditioning of the vehicles. So what I'd like to do is get you to pick a vehicle that you want to test drive first, and then we can test drive all three of them to make sure you like the way they feel.
I don't want to drive all three of them. I just want to know your best price on all three of them, and then I'll decide where to go from there.
Fair enough. Do you have a trade that you're looking to trade in?
I don't know yet.
You don't know? That's a good one. Possible trade, best price on all three. Come on inside, let's start with
Watch this. How about this? Sean, when I hear you ask what's the best price on all three, what I'm hearing is that money's a big concern to you.
Yeah,
Is that right or wrong?
that's right.
Based on right now where the vehicles stand with the asking price that you are aware of on the three cars, if you had to choose one right now, which one would it be?
I just want the best price on all three.
Okay, but my point is if they were all right now firm on the prices that they were at,
Firm, okay.
okay?
Yeah,
And I went into my manager and I told him exactly what you're asking me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did my job, and he said, hey, we don't put our second best price up front, we put our first best price. And I was to come back out, and I was to tell you that. Based on that information, which vehicle would you select then, based off the numbers now, that you would want to drive?
The 2012.
That's the vehicle that we need to work the deal on. The reason why is because, look, I'm going to tell you this. At this point, it is my job to do what? Go to bat for you on the best price. But guess what? If you haven't driven it and you haven't fallen in love with it, there's a deal that I made with the owner a long time ago when I started here, that I would always work my hardest for someone on the money, but they had to make sure that they loved it and they could see it in their driveway taking it home. And then if the money's right, look, guys, this ain't a museum. We don't buy these to keep them. We buy them to sell them. So if we look at all three of these out here and you're saying what's the best price, here's what I would say. It sounds to me like money is a concern. Based off you knowing what the prices already are on all three of these, if that was the firm out the door price of that vehicle, which one would you gravitate towards then? A, B, or C? And then guess what? No, you have to isolate,
Yeah.
you have to overcome, and then you have to move, right?
Yep.
I'm just telling you, when I say this, people are difficult. You have to try not to be difficult when they're difficult. So a guy comes into the dealership, he's 6'5", he's a Marine, he's pissed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pissed. Guy's 300 times bigger than me, right? You know that guy. And you know what he's doing? He's looking down at me and he's yelling. You know what I do? I don't yell back, okay? I don't point at him. I bring down my voice. I get relaxed instead of getting tensed. I do everything that's the opposite of what he was expecting me to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then he mirror images me, and within a minute, we're having a good conversation, and he leaves as a happy customer.
Yeah.
We have to make sure whenever friction comes in, when people get, and that's why it's good for me to get in your face like this. You know why? Because I want you to get stirred up inside, but I want you to be able to calm that. Look, okay, it's like taking a cold shower. When you take a cold shower, everybody jump in a cold shower tonight, flip it on freezing cold, and jump in. And do me a favor, try to control your heart rate the first time. It's impossible. Your heart will go, you'll be freaking out. But watch this. If you took a cold shower every day, right, for 30 seconds the first day, 35 seconds the second day, 40 seconds the third day, dude, by the time you're done with 1 month, imagine this. You're up to freaking a couple minutes in the shower, and I guarantee this, at the end of that month, you could take that cold shower for a couple minutes, and your heartbeat, you could control it.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because you're used to the uncomfortableness, you're used to the pressure, and negotiating and practicing like this is like taking a cold shower,
Yeah.
right? But the more you do it, the better you get at it. And then whenever you're really out in the real world, whenever people get on you, you're just like, no big deal. No big deal, okay? So anyways, little secret ninja move there. Little secret ninja move, all right? Okay, so let's do this one. Sean, this is on you.
All right.
Negotiation numbers are on the table, again.
Okay.
And I'm like, Sean, everything looks great. We appreciate everything you've done for us, but we need to go home and sleep on it.
All right, Andy. So, or Mike. So, Mike, you love the vehicle.
Love it,
Okay. We've gone over the figures.
love it.
Figures make sense.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing right here that needs to change. You just need to go home and sleep about it.
Yeah.
Let's dig into this one.
Come on, man. This ain't the first time you heard this
No,
in
it's not.
18 years.
I'm trying to get
This
to elevate the game.
This is the car salesman magic cut.
No, I know.
Look, they teach this on the internet. Say you need to sleep on it. It locks them up.
Immediately. It's a good objection. Okay, so all right, Mike. So I understand you need to sleep on it. If there was one thing that I needed to change to make this work for you tonight, what would that one thing be?
Nothing. The deal's great. We just want to sleep on it.
Okay, well then I have to ask. Is it something that I might have done, or is it you not wanting to do work with the dealership? But if the numbers are perfect and it's the perfect car for you, you've driven it.
We just want to
down
sleep
payment,
on it.
you want to sleep on it. Yeah, no, I'm locked up. It's been a while since I've heard that. I'm trying to think like Andy Elliott style. What is it?
Mike.
So, you know, if you say you want to sleep on it, I totally understand that, Sean. I mean, you know, I've been doing this a long time, and that usually means there's something wrong in this deal. It's got to be, it's me, the dealership, it's the car. It's not the right car. It's not the right price. It's not the right payment. It's not the right terms. So one of these things is wrong with this deal. So can you tell me what's wrong with the deal?
I'm gonna throw it back at you, baby. I just want to sleep on it.
Well, you know, I totally understand that. We've been here for 3 hours. You don't come in and spend 3 hours and then say, I want to sleep on it. I've been doing this a long time. Again, there's something in this deal that's not working for you. So, and you know, I love to make you a deal tonight. Tomorrow, like this deal may not happen. We worked our numbers as hard as we can. Managers say this is a today only deal. So if you could just help me out so I could talk to my manager and maybe we could do something a little more for you. But I know something's not right. You're not seeing something that you don't like about this. It's got to be in one of these few things here.
So what I like to do is this. So you spoke for about 2 minutes, okay? And you jumped all over the place, back and forth a couple different times. You spoke for about 2 minutes. You have very good solid points, but you don't have your thoughts exactly together what you want to say. The purpose of word tracks are so when somebody says, I need to go home and sleep on it, you know exactly what you want to say. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if
that doesn't work.
Like if I walked, but here's the deal. Nothing works 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing. I can tell you right now, and you could be like, that's the best clothes in the world, and it may not work on a guy tomorrow. It doesn't mean that it doesn't work for the majority, okay? But what we have to do is that being great advisors, being great closers and negotiators, we have to take all these words that we're using, and would you agree we're over-talking?
Yeah.
We need to take
I jumped around everywhere.
So watch. So we take this much words and we do this. Pull it down to this. Mike, I've been doing this for a long time. This would be my opening to that. Okay? So if I had to write down, so if I said, Mike, teach me how to overcome, I need to sleep on it. The way that you just said it, it would be 19 paragraphs long because you were jumping. Find a simple few sentences. Something simple. Mike, I've been doing this a long time. When someone says to me that they need to go home and sleep on it, I know what that means. Either one, you're just being polite and you don't want to reject me. You guys are great people, right? That could be one. Or two, Mike, something's wrong with the deal. Doesn't have anything to do with sleep. I'm hoping that you're still interested in the deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing that that's probably what it is. Am I right? You see my head?
Yeah.
I am going to tell you how to think. I'm going to tell you what the next move is. I am going to move you with my body, and anytime that I can have my arms around you like this, guess what? I can influence you, I can persuade you, and I can do what's called the transfer of emotion. I can transfer my emotion into you, so I say the same thing. Sean, I've been doing this for a very long time. And when someone says that they need to sleep on it, what we've learned is that sleep doesn't have anything to do with it. It's either one, you're trying to be polite and you don't want to reject me, or it's the other, which is the second. something's wrong with the deal. Now, I don't believe that you're no longer interested in the deal. I believe it's probably something in the deal.
Yeah.
Okay?
Andy, I want to be like perfectly honest with you. Like, since this COVID-19 came out, like I'm concerned. Like, what's it, March 30th? My mortgage is due on the 1st. It's a $1,500 mortgage. I'm afraid of that down payment I got to make. I mean, is there something we could do so I could like defer this or something? So, because I mean, that's where I'm afraid right now. That's why I've not wanted to buy tonight.
So here's what I'll tell you. So you're talking about you don't have the money for the down payment?
I'm afraid to take that money out of my savings because of what's going on right now. Because I'm afraid of this pandemic. Because I got to make a mortgage payment in a day. All right, and I'm afraid that I don't want to spend that $1,500. I want to cut myself down that down payment.
I understand that.
Because I got a $600 mortgage payment.
So number one, are you trading in a vehicle right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, here's a question. If that vehicle wasn't running tomorrow, the vehicle that you're in now, would it cost more than $1,500 more than likely to repair it to get it running again?
At least $1,000 every time I've had to take it to the shop.
My question is this: is your money safe in the bank? No, your money in the bank, right? Going towards a vehicle. 5 years ago, they said that a home was more important than a car. This year, statistics say, research shows, right?
Yeah.
Research shows that a car is more important than a home. Why? Because you can have a home, but if you don't have a car, you can't get to work. If you don't have work, you can't get a home. So Mike, you want to pay your mortgage, you want to have your home, but if you don't have your car and your car isn't running, what good is the money in the bank? If you put your money, right, that you have in the bank, if your car quit running tomorrow, into that car, would you have wasted that money? Would that car become worth more money? No, it'd be worth the same amount of money now that it's running. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So could you potentially find yourself wasting the money?
Yes.
So we don't want to do that.
No.
Right. Whatever it is, handle it, move. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I hope they appreciate what just went down.
I mean, that's just what I would say. I don't know.
So I
That's
learned
just
this
what I would
from
say.
you. One of the things I just want to point out is that you isolated the unknown objection. That's a hard thing to do, right? You told me about that, like the unknown objection. What is it? I just want to go home and think about it. You got him to tell you what the true objection was.
Yeah, because
That's one of the
everything
lessons
is
to isolate
everything
the
has
loss.
something in front of it,
Yeah.
and our goal is to find those things. And I'm going to tell you this. Remember, nothing works 100% of the time. But what I will tell you is this: is to become a master closer and a great closer.
Yeah.
It is to physically notice every single word that I say. I may mess up here or there, but I have learned and practiced so hard to keep every one of my words on point that I believe that that's what a professional standard should be. Okay?
One thing
It's a standard.
One thing I like to add to this whole thing, getting to this point, is like you make this a lot less difficult when you do a great presentation of your vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
When you have features and benefits, the dealer benefits, and then when that value exceeds the price and the customer's willing to pay for it. So if we don't do a good demo,
Yeah, there's no silver bullet if you
Yeah.
don't do your job right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, listen, a lot of people, but listen, here's the deal. You could do your job right the whole time too.
Mhm.
And then guess what? I throw out a little lousy excuse and you not be able to handle it. And guess what? Deal goes down the drain. You know why?
100%.
Guy leaves over pride, doesn't get the deal he wants.
Yeah.
Guess what?
That was solid.
People probe for better deals all the time. Okay? It's just in their blood. And guess what? When they do, here's what happens. If you don't have that word tattooed on your heart, or you don't know that next step, which most people don't, remember, people fear the unknown. And the unknown is going to come at the negotiation table. Okay? On the lot, when you say hi to somebody and they're being wonderful, and then all of a sudden they say, hey, by the way, Mike, could you get us the best price on all three of those cars? We don't want to drive one till we know it. And you're like, what? But here's the deal. At that point, you can show them that you're a competent salesperson, and you can take them through the process, right? Or you can show them at that point that you are not a competent salesperson, start stutter stepping, swallowing, getting nervous, and breaking eye contact, and the customer's like, no ways. This dude, we own him. And guess what happens? From that point forward, it's like a dog smelling fear on somebody. They will chase you down and they will bite you. Okay?
Yeah, baby.
All right, let's move to the very last objection, okay? This will be the last one for today.
go.
All right, so, man, I kind of already went over that one. So we got into it. Old Mikey just got into that one a second ago. All right, so let's do this. And look, let's end it here, okay? if anybody has an objection, right, that they want to see overcame, okay? They have an objection on the phone, in person, send it in the comments below. Let us know what it is, and I'll make sure that we role play it live. We'll make sure we get it out this week and make sure that you get the answer that you need, or at least something that you can tattoo on your heart that'll help you the next time you get in that situation, okay? Guys, so have a blessed day. Stay safe.
One more thing.
Go ahead.
Can anybody do us a favor? So we came here to train with Andy, and he put us on the spot with this. Any objection, send them over so we can just put Andy right here and let us
put me in the
rapid
hot
fire
seat.
him. Let us just drill him down. Bring it.
One thing I like to say, hey guys, like all you guys out there that are following Andy, hey, send this out to like a couple of your co-workers and other people that are in the industry that could use these videos. We're trying to build up this YouTube channel and get this thing out. We want to become the biggest training in the nation here. So let's go ahead and like start sending this out. Post this on your Facebook wall and and get this out to everybody. We need this out. We need everybody to know about this stuff. This is all free to you guys. There's like a whole bunch of information you can learn for free. You know, and we need to get this to everybody that could use this information. Thank you.
Yeah. See you guys. Have a great day.
Take care. Good, man. Good stuff, right?